we're live, I'm told. All right, good job, us. I'm pretty sure this is Shadowrun missions. I've been told that we might be telling people that we're doing Dungeons and Dragons. That is a falsehood. Don't trust the system, man. This is Shadowrun. That's what we're doing. So, awesome. Last time we left off, we were taking a break from driving all over God's creation in the containment zone. Running away from other people and finding weird and dead people. And then there were some tensions, if you will, and of course, they decided to try to resolve those tensions as Shadowrunners are wont to do, and that ended up with Chris getting his head shaved. See? So
I lost the bet, man.
You know, that's what happens. That's what happens. He couldn't do nothing. He was just like laying there, and she's clippers, you know. But no, more seriously, you look good, Chris, man. Trying to match his character, which we'll see in a moment, because we finally got all our initial character art done. Nothing super fancy, just some quick stuff done for each of the characters. So with that, I think we're gonna run through them. I think let's pop up Ian's character first, if we can see that. Pretty sure. So you control the windows and what we see on the window. So if you click on the character sheet, it's going to bring up their character sheet with the picture is going to be there. Etienne, we'll start with Etienne, and then we'll just go in order. There we go. Yeah, we just need the picture. We don't need all the words. But yeah, so there's Etienne there, and his mask for when he needs it. And it was really important that the shovel be included. So if you look there, you can see there's a little bit of shovel in the background there on his back. Also, he's holding his rifle. Next up is Gertrude Jacoby.
She looks so cool.
Yep, there we go. Got that. Well, in her hands, a dagger, if you will, but it's an odachi. Very, very hefty murder sword. Also, she's got her little striped shirt, leather jacket, and her hair's all tied up real nice.
Your art looks like you. I'm so excited about this.
All right. Next up is Kaida Norel, the Nocturna elf.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh man, now I feel a lot more scared when you raise your eyebrow at me.
That's funny.
Indeed.
You look badass.
And then the two contenders, Lila Rose, aka Flea. Really pleased to see the how the art turned out on this, because it was really hard to explain to the artist what we wanted to do. But it ended up being rather simple in the end. Just a little bit of duality on the face there. The little Red Riding Hood robe and a handgun,
Really cool.
Got some nice heels in those boots.
Heck
And
yeah.
then finally satchel. Get that resized, I guess. There we go. Yep, and there's Satchel, just kind of unassuming, regular guy. Head matches the player now, and he's got his cane on. And this he's very relaxed. Normally, I don't think he's supposed to be that relaxed. He's supposed to be, kind of acting like he's super, But like I said, this is the initial art.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah. So thanks for bringing all that up for us, Tom, on tech. And now back to our regular what we're showing on our screens.
That art is really great. Thank you, Danny.
Yeah. If anyone is interested in getting art like that for characters that you're doing, the guy that did this, his name is John Ridley. You can find him at Inspector97, Facebook.com. I'm going to go ahead and put that on our little chat down here, and I'll also put it in the Twitch chat for everybody. It's $20. He'll take your notes, whatever you want to do, and he will do the art. He's not the fastest. He's got a day job, but he'll get it done. And for that quality of art for $20 is really hard to beat. And he just won't go up. It used to be, he used to charge 10. He finally went up to 20. Keep him up with the times. So yeah, there we go. Art for everybody. We'll see that again as we go. We'll see the tokens, and we'll figure out a way to pop that up onto our layout somehow eventually one of these days. In the meantime, unless anyone has any pressing announcements.
I don't think so. We are 2 weeks away from Dresden Files premiere, so that's cool.
Ooh, yeah, I heard the cast is shaping up actually kind of nice for that. So
yeah, we should. If you join our Discord channel, we'll be announcing the cast here really soon. So.
Right. Also,
I have some.
I think we were. Oh, go ahead, Duryea. What you got?
If last night was geeking out, we did an episode. It's on Twitch right now at Daygamer, DAYGAYMER. Last night's episode was Halloween shit. I'm supposed to change it. Originally, it was like Halloween movies, but then the topic just went everywhere. And we said if any of the viewers wanted, if they commented, we were going to change it, the name. So now it's just Halloween shit is the episode. So check it out. And also this Thursday, we're doing mental health stigmas on Talk It Out, which is like a socio-political.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's going to be awesome. Of course, we're going to talk about some other current events too. So that you can also find by subscribing to Daygamer's channel on Twitch.
Awesome.
And that's all I have.
All right.
Tom, a note from Chad. Apparently, Duryea is a little quiet. And
Right.
Yeah, always quiet. It's you, not me. Might be the answer. But also thank you so much, Zachary Allen Carr, for following us. There's some rewards that you can give out to some of our cast here for following, and we just got a subscriber. Thank you so much, aka Mac 114. You also get a reward to hand out as well. So check it out. Stream Elements just talked about it, and you can absolutely interact with us during the stream. We don't see it right away, but we do keep any of your bonuses, and we will use them. Trust us, because we love getting benefits. Chris and I just used all of ours last session against each other, so that was great.
It was good times indeed. So with that, let's get into our Shadowrun mission. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so we are in the men's boarding house. It is probably 2:33 in the morning. Heads are poking out into the hallway, wondering what the commotion is about, because in one of the rooms there stands, in a red robe, over the form of the fallen Satchel, who was paralyzed through the mysterious techniques of Dim Mak, as they call it, the nerve strike. And go.
Well, I'm as Satchel kind of tenses up and stops moving. I step up to him and I kind of quietly say, as I was saying, when I met you, you contributed no information about who you are or what you do, more importantly. So that makes you a liability to this team. I understand that we have a lot of new runners, but my goal is to stay alive and keep all of you alive as well. I can't do that if I'm worried that you can't take care of yourself. Now, I saw tonight that you are very powerful with a sword, and I appreciate that. You will have your moments to use that. There's much to be destroyed in this world, but human life is not to be one of them. Not on my team. And I need you to understand that. And I'll stop that at that point.
What exactly can I say or do? How paralyzed am I?
So you can speak. Your agility and your reaction are what's affected, but not your thoughts, not your just. So yeah, you can speak.
Oh, okay. I never want to kill anybody, really. It's just the easiest way to get out. I'd rather not fight at all, to be honest. But when it's time to go, it's time to go.
I'll kind of give him a slow nod and say, can you follow directives where if we say there's not to be wet work, you can stay your blade?
I would prefer to stay my blade, actually. Like, yeah, let's please just not put ourselves in that position.
All right, as much as possible, let's not let tonight happen again. There is a life lost to be mourned. Almost two. Now, if we fight a creature, a monster, a spirit, someone that's out to murder us and we have no alternative, by all means. But so far, I have felt that you to be a loose cannon. And that's why I wanted to have this discussion with you. But I feel like after this, we have a better understanding of each other.
I kind of nod at this and I kind of look at over at Derrier, and I kind of think to myself he killed someone too. and then I just kind of nod, and then it's can I just go to bed? I fucking hate this.
I take out another syringe and I kind of hold up my hands open and go, if I may, this will undo any damage that may still be in your... What?
He's like, fuck syringes. He really hates drugs. Oh, I really hate drugs.
So this, if there's any poison left in your system, this will remove it or deactivate it. May I?
I'll take my chances. All
right. I put the syringe away, and I look to what's Daria? What are you doing?
Well, I've been awake the whole time. I've been awake the whole time. I've just been watching. So because I was watching because I'm thinking all this, I knew that this was going to be something that was either going to make or break the team. And from what I peeped about Flea, she's not necessarily, she's calculated. So I wanted to see what she was going to do. So when I heard the first part of her speech and she was just trying to talk, I decided to stay inactive unless I had to intervene. But after seeing how it played out, I just continued to feign being asleep.
Okay, so you're still pretending you're asleep?
At this point, yeah.
All right, I'll look at...
I have no reason to... Yeah, go ahead.
I'll look at it's Kaida, right?
Kaida.
I'll look at Kaida and seeing him still resting, I'll kind of turn away and we'll have our conversation in the morning.
Oh, did you want something to say to me?
If you were awake, I mean, like, to his credit, yeah, your spirit killed someone, but like you also were more receptive to listening earlier. So I'm
gonna be interested to have that conversation at some point. But Kite is asleep right now, so
yes, you're pretending to be asleep right now. So I'll let you pretend to be asleep.
Because as far as Kite is concerned, Kite didn't kill anybody.
You need your pretend rest.
Well, no, I got rested. I'm rested all back to full health.
Yeah, but you're pretending to sleep now, so.
Well, because I didn't feel like this had anything to do with Kaida. So he's gonna be surprised when you bring that up later. Just
all right.
Okay.
With that, I'm gonna head back out to. I think I'm still barefoot, so I'm just. I kind of visibly relax after the conversation, and I like run my hands through my hair and pull my hair back over so that the white side of my face is exposed, and then I'm gonna head back over to my dorm.
As she steps out in the hallway, she hears like a boom, 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 and she notices as she turns, like a few heads that were like peeked out into the hallway just ducked behind doors. Out of the boarding house and around the corner down the street back to the shelter, where she does notice once again 4 ladies just kind of quiet down as she walks in. They regard her for a moment. One of them's eyes kind of cast down to her feet, seeing that she's barefoot. Another one just kind of nods, and they wait for her to pass by before they resume whatever it was they were talking about. And
now I can rest.
So does everybody who was not asleep go back to sleep? You regain your ability to move within about 5 to 10 minutes.
Wait. So the poison wouldn't kill him.
So he shrugged off the poison. Actually, something about like his metabolism or his body shrugged it off, which is
okay.
Yeah. So, but the paralysis from her attack moves wears off after 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
So am I assuming that my 5 or 10 minutes is up now?
Yeah, you're able to move.
Okay. So I kind of get up, kind of like shake my neck out or whatnot, and then like since it was a very like rough day, I pull out like my chill BTL, and then try to just soothe myself because I'm pretty amped up right now, and I just want to go back to sleep and just forget the day even happened.
All right, sounds good to me. Hey, somebody in chat, explain what a BTL is while we continue on. All right, so
isn't that a sandwich?
Yeah. Yes, it's definitely a sandwich.
I put turkey on mine.
It's a very special sandwich.
So that's like a
BTL2,
a BTLT.
That's just a turkey club now.
A BTLT.
Yeah, BTLT.
Yeah.
All right. So the rest of the night passes uneventfully, and everybody wakes up at whatever natural time it is that they wake up in the morning after a night like the night they had before. Is anyone sleeping in particularly late?
Yes.
How late is particularly?
Unless you guys need me, I would gladly just sleep the day away. So, yeah.
All right. So, Kaida, as you rise and step out, you notice that Satchel is still laying in bed, and do you wake him, or do you kind of head out to kind of get your morning started?
Well, at this point, I'm going to take a moment when I wake up because I'm not particularly a morning person. So I just spend the time just reflecting and gathering my thoughts in my corner. And I just observe the people around me because I like to be aware. And there's a lot of people here that I don't know. So it's essentially I'm staying in my spot for a while. I'm up and I'm clearly up, but I'm probably like in a meditative position.
All right, sounds good. What about Gertrude? What is she doing? This is not her normal, place that she stays. What's going on when she gets up?
When she gets up, she definitely makes her bed, and the cot she's sleeping on, smooths out the blankets or whatever is available to sort of tidy it up. And she will check in with the ladies at the front and see if they need anything, if they need some calf or something like that, since they've been working so hard taking care of us all night.
All right. Yeah. So you notice that there's a young, probably mid-teens girl, and a woman who is she's a little bit taller than most women, and she makes you think of an orc, but she's not. Her skin is more of an orange color. She doesn't have. She's actually got small horns, but not horns that are troll sized at all. She's not as big as a troll, and her eyes are kind of like, it looks like she's like in a constant state of surprise as she's looking around. And those are the two who are there. And as you make that offer, the girl says, I'd like some calf. That'd be great.
Okay, is there a shop nearby?
I don't think Talon. The woman looks over and says, no, there's not anything nearby. You would probably have to cross out of the containment zone.
If the ladies know Etienne, they would know that he's got a pot brewing in the morning usually. When he gets up, he does the full pot and shares it around, or just drink it all himself.
All right. Well, these particular ladies don't know.
All right.
So, you don't look like the other ladies that stay here.
That's fair. I don't look like a lot of ladies, but I look like some other ladies. So that's accurate.
Well, I mean, like, you look like you don't need to stay here.
Well, I was here with my friends, and they needed a nap, and so this was a very generous place to let us come and stay the night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we should always take care of our friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. What's your name?
My name is Gertie.
Gertie. Hi, I'm Tasha. This is Talon. I don't think that's her real name, but she won't tell me any other name.
Oh, names are very important, so it's nice to meet both of you.
Okay. All right. Well, if you find any calf and bring it back, that would be cool.
I will if you don't, look for some. See what I can find.
All right. Thanks. Talon gives you kind of just a respectful nod, and you step out.
Mm-hmm.
The street it's cold. There's snow. The street's mostly clear. There's some hard pack ice on it. You can kind of look to the right and see where the garage is, where Darcy is parked. You haven't seen anyone else yet this morning.
I'll wander over to towards the men's side of things, see if anybody else that I know is up and stirring at this point.
Sure. So taking a left and kind of going around the corner then in the opposite direction of the garage, you just kind of walk about half a block to get to what is obviously the men's shelter, or rather the boarding house. Stepping in, there's a fellow sitting at the counter. He's a dwarf, middle-aged, you'd say. He's got spectacles. Looks up at you and says, "Oh, sorry, this is men's boarding house only. Yeah, you'll probably you could talk to the angels down the street. Maybe they could help you out."
I was actually looking for friends of mine. We came in late last night.
Okay, yeah. Who are you looking for?
I am looking for Satchel and Kaida, and maybe Etienne is here.
All right, Satchel, Kaida, and Etienne. All right, one moment. And he doesn't get up or go anywhere. He just kind of stands up a little bit and leans forward and faces down the hall and goes, "Ah! Hey, are you? That's all there for you!"
Huh?
Well, if they're here, they'll be out in a moment. Just if you want to wait.
Sure.
All right.
She'll try to find a chair that looks like is at least close to troll size.
Yeah. There's a couch. It's pretty beat up, but functional.
Okay, so I take it I hear. Was that house screaming?
No, it was in house. Okay. He doesn't actually. He brought you to this place, and he's got some interests in it, but he is not the person.
Gotcha. Okay. So just kind of like start like, "What do you want?" Hearing nothing, I roll back over.
Satchel, I think one of the ladies is out there for us. Who else do we know?
No one knows me, so it must be.
Oh, you're in that kind of mood You're in that kind of mood this morning. Oh, okay.
No, it's
so then. I've just kind of. I'm not a morning person, so I'm just like over this already. So I just stand, I dust off my pants, and I walk toward the front. And I guess.
All right.
Yeah. I kind of like shake my head a little bit and kind of like, how do BTLs work again? Do I just turn off a chip, or do I take off my goggles?
Right. Once it's done, you'll shut it off because it's plugged in. You have a chip so it plugs actually right into your brain for the most part.
Okay. So then, yeah, I'll remove the chip and then kind of like gather my things, double check my stuff, and then just make my way downstairs.
All right. Yeah. So it's a few moments. Kaida walks out first. Slowly. If you didn't know better, you'd say that he was hungover, maybe. Just kind of has that like, the lights are too bright. Why are we awake? Stop making noise, kind of thing. Is that one of them?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Yes, good. All right. Well, if you need anything else, just let me know. I'll happy to help.
I appreciate it.
Okay. All right. Goes back to playing whatever game he was playing on his comm.
So what's up?
Well, it's the next day, and I wanted to make sure that everybody was still in one piece, and figured to check on you first. Also, I have the vehicle, so making sure that everybody is all together.
Yeah.
Maybe?
I mean, well, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I think you understand. I think you and I kind of sit in the same position as far as what's going on. I think the people we need to be talking to aren't here. But
well, no, we have to go to the place, to the maker's place.
Absolutely. But old Sword Hands is asleep, and he's in a mood. Understandably so, but he's in a mood, and so
with that, he does shuffle kind of down.
I'm always in a mood. Don't mind me though. Just kind of like shuffle. That. Good morning, Gertrude.
Good morning. I'm sorry. I've always been an early riser. I can't help it.
Oh no, it's fine.
That's no problem.
This is usually when I go to sleep, but I used a lot of magic yesterday, so.
Is there anything you needed, or we moving out?
I was just checking on everyone, make sure that y'all are okay, and when folks are ready to move, since again I've got the vehicle, so if we want to do the thing that we were planning on doing last night, I mean, again, it's been 20 years, another couple hours probably won't make that big a difference at this point, but
do you think about asking anybody around here?
I didn't. That's a really good idea.
Well, while we're waiting for the rest of the crew, I guess we could start there. Some of these people may have, I don't know, been to the graves. Or not. Whatever. Dude, I'm not in the mood.
Please don't try me, man. I'm tired. Let's just go.
Listen. I know you had a rough yesterday. Trust me, I know. More than you know, I understand. However, not this early, dude. Not this early.
As the two of you aggressively remind each other that neither of you wants to get into it with the other.
Right, you don't want this smoke.
You make your way back towards the main street there. About this time, there is a little bit of activity. It's not a lot. It's still really cold outside, but there's definitely some stuff going on. People are moving in. Some of the people that are staying in the shelter, they're kind of up and kind of going about their day, whatever that entails in the containment zone. Most of you don't really know what that looks like. There's some activity up by the garage, and there's, of course, a few of the Desolation Angels standing in front of the shelter, including the ladies you saw before, Talon and Tasha.
Hey, Gertie, remind me of this girl's name that we're looking for.
I think it was Stephanie.
Samantha
might be right.
Samantha. Okay. I guess I'll go talk to these ladies. I mean, I'm usually a pretty good, charming dude, so I'll go work some of my magic.
That sounds like a good plan. I am not very charming.
You're charming enough. I think you're hella charming.
Well, that's very nice of you to say. I get really tongue-tied sometimes.
Aha. My tongue's really short, so. All right, let's go over here.
So you walk up. So standing out here, there's four women that look like they're wearing the colors that you would presume are that belong to the gang members, which is this kind of blue green and then the black. As described before, there's the young girl, early to mid-teens maybe. There's the odd looking orc. There's an elf with green hair. She's got some pink goggles kind of pulled up over her head. And finally, there is this middle-aged dwarf woman who her head's kind of shaved on the side, She's got blue hair pulled over to the other side. As you approach, the women just kind of look at you in this. It's almost a challenging sort of stare.
I kind of like. How tall is Etienne?
Did we
is
both
Etienne even with us?
Walk over there together? Yeah, it's just the three of us.
No, Etienne is in his workshop in the garage. Nobody came to see or get him.
I didn't know. I didn't. Yeah. So here's the thing, dude. You know a little bit about the gangs here, right?
A little bit.
Are these
enough to avoid them?
You think we should avoid them? Why didn't you say that when we were making the plan 5 minutes ago?
I wasn't what? What plan?
The plan to come over here and ask them questions, and now we're halfway over there staring at us, and now you're telling us to avoid them?
Hey, your plan was a good idea. I was just saying I know enough about the gangs to know where they are so I can avoid them.
You mean avoid gangs in general, not necessarily this gang?
Yes.
So what do you know about this gang?
You do know that the dwarf woman is the one who drove you and Etienne to the pizza parlor the day prior.
And I know that her heater's bad in her car, and that she.
Wait. How do you know about her car heater? How do you care? How do you know about her car heater and road safety?
She took me to the pizza place.
She dropped you off last night.
Yeah.
So you have an in with this woman.
I wouldn't really say that. Like, they almost kicked me out of the car a couple times.
Having a conversation with Satchel, like, you get more out of talking to a painted wall.
Clearly. Okay, so, but they didn't kick you out of the car. She didn't try to kill you. So there's a purpose for coming over here. You can, that's an icebreaker. That's what we call them. So break the ice, introduce them, and then please let me do the rest of the talking.
I would love for you to do all of the talking, but I'll take you over there. Sure, let's go.
Yes, there we go.
All right, so you approach. The women are still kind of looking at you. The dwarf is more like, I guess, you're coming over here. The other two women, the elf and the sort of orc woman, they're mean mugging you hard.
I kind of like shrug my shoulders and look at Kaida, and I'm like, they don't seem very friendly.
Okay.
I mean, is there any kind of magic thing to make them more friendly?
I'm sure there is. Doesn't mean I can do it.
Okay.
As you're standing there, awkwardly, the elf woman finally speaks up. You need something?
Yeah. My buddy here says that he's seen you somewhere before. And we were trying to place the face. Yeah, that's what it is. We have a bet.
Oh. And then as he's saying that, I look past her towards the dwarf, and I'm like, did you get your heater fixed yet?
Oh, it was the wrong lady. Did I talk to the wrong lady? Oops. I'm sorry, lady. It wasn't you. We were talking about it's her.
And then I hold my head open for like I need my money.
And then I look at him and I'm like, damn it. And so then I give him money is electronic here, right?
So money in Chicago. All right. So in the future, there's not really a lot of cash money, right? So what we do is it's all Bitcoins, basically. All right.
Yes.
And there's specific computers that only trade in Bitcoin at all, and they're called cred sticks, and Bitcoins are called cred, Nuyen credit, etc. So that's how you look at it. The future that Shadowrun predicted, right? So or that Cyberpunk predicted. So that's basically what money is for the most part. But of course, to have that work properly, you gotta have to have regular access to the matrix or internet, right? So in the containment zone, there's not a lot of that. They still do deal in it, but also they deal happily in barter. So if you have something that someone needs, a lot of that is bullets, food, guns, clothes, things like that that are extra. You can often trade that for services or other goods within the containment zone. There's also some paper money that's a little bit more iffy who takes that, who doesn't, because it depends on who printed the money. Because in our future, it could be a national script, like, and they call it script, a national script like the UCAS dollar, or it could be a corporate script like, Walmart bucks, or something, So that's kind of how money works. Yeah, so there you go.
Okay, so then I look at him and say, I owe you.
All right.
I didn't get it fixed yet because Etienne wasn't here, so it's waiting for him to fix it.
Well, he's here now.
Jinx, you owe me again.
Mother.
Okay, I will go. I'm gonna go tell him if he has time to work on it. That would be good. And then she starts kind of walking away, leaving the other two women and the girl. The girl looks at you, Kaida.
Is there an eyebrow raise or is it just a look?
She's looking at you like she wants to say something, but she is maybe nervous or awkward. And finally she just kind of, what kind of elf are you? You're an elf, right?
Whoa. Wow. That's just come out and say that, huh?
What?
I mean, there's no, like, you're not going to ease into it, just going to pow.
Are you not an elf?
I don't know.
Are you an orc?
Wow. Just digging a grave, huh? I'm just kidding, lady. Yeah, I'm an elf.
Oh, and this is like the girl that's like maybe 15, 14 years old that's asking. So,
Chill. Hold on.
So yeah, this is the girl that is asking the question right now.
Got you. Okay.
So,
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. I never seen an elf that has black fur. Are you like a changeling?
Oh my god.
I heard about changelings.
So at that point, Kaida just looks at all the girls with her and just goes like this. Nobody's gonna get her and get her together. Well, nobody's gonna say anything. Y'all are gonna keep asking questions.
I mean, so sometimes there's different kinds of elves. Like Talon is not a regular orc; she's a Oni.
Right.
You can tell because her skin's orange.
Okay.
So you have black fur, so you must be a different kind of elf. Because Syntha doesn't have fur, does she? And now she's kind of, you feel that attitude kind of creeping at her.
Right, right. Girl. Right. So this is the Kaida. Kaida's all about respect. And so it's really hard for him to like be disrespectful, but he's getting there because he just feels like she hasn't been, and he's from the South. So she's just hitting all these red markers. You don't talk to adults like that. You definitely don't ask somebody what kind of entity they are. Right. So I say, instead of answering her question,
where are you from?
Right.
America. But I mean, before.
Right, exactly. So at that point, I don't know how tall this girl is, but I get close to her and as patronizing as I can, I say, I'm the kind of elf that you don't fuck with.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God. So, like, you're the kind of elf that my sisters are about to kick his ass right now. And you do see that the Oni and the elf, like, are kind of spreading out and making a little bit of room between themselves.
And then at this, I kind of like,
and she's just kind of looking at you like with her chin kind of up.
Yeah.
Just okay. Then she starts laughing. I'm just fragging with you, man. I know what you are, Nocturna. You just were coming over here, and it's the women's shelter, and like dudes just coming up to the women's shelter is generally not cool.
Oh yeah, our buddy. I mean, I'm glad you were joking. I couldn't tell, but I'm glad it was a joke. And no, I came over here to talk to. Well, we had a bet, and then we saw a friend from last night. She had to get her car fixed, and now we're just over here already. And I guess I kind of wanted to talk to one of you. And I point to the Oni.
Sup?
You know, the sun, unfortunately.
Yeah, I heard that's bad for you.
I know. It's hard not life for us Nakis. So, I had a question.
Okay.
We're doing some running, and we had a client. They asked us to find a girl named Samantha. You know, I just got into Chicago yesterday, and I don't really have a run of this. Yesterday, I wasn't born then, but I did arrive then. So I don't know. I guess I need a lead.
Can't say I know anybody named Samantha. You know, containment zone's a big place. There's definitely not one with the Angels, none of my sisters, but I'll keep an eye out for you.
You do that. And you know what? Since you were such a polite elf, you know, I'm from the South. How about this? If you do find something out and you let me know, I'll owe you one.
Okay.
Oh, you laugh. You laugh.
Oh, he owes me too. I'm just like behind him, just like he owes me too.
You know, IOUs don't take you very far in the zone.
Well, let me tell you this. I'm not from the zone. And if I make a promise, I always keep my promises. And I'm a pretty badass mage. So if you want to have a favor from somebody, it's from me.
Make a etiquette test from your character sheet.
I didn't know you were sitting me into a trap. I just saw the picture of the girl I'm talking to. This is her?
The one with the teeth and the ears? And, yeah, that's the other one.
She looks like the type of woman who's just like impressed that I like had the balls to actually talk to her. You know what I mean? She looks like that type of. I like that. Yeah. I like that. Okay, so what am I doing?
You're gonna make an etiquette test. So that's on your character sheet in the skills. It's one of your active skills. So on the left-hand side.
Okay, active skills. I see it, and I see it's up there. It is. Okay, click the button.
Yep.
No modifiers.
No modifier.
Boom.
All right. So what do we got here? Not bad. Not bad. Apparently, Kaida is a smooth operator.
Smooth operator.
Do 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 do.
Yeah.
Darian, your actor energy is super high tonight, and I'm loving it.
So she kind of nods finally and says, "All right, well, maybe we'll put the word out and see what we see. You got a number or something? I'll call it."
Do I have how does communication work? Because I know Gertie and Flea have ways of communication, but I don't personally. Right?
You do. It's on your character sheet. If you go to the where it says Matrix, you have a device named there. I believe it's probably like a Renraku Sensei or something.
Is there a phone number on here?
No, you can make up your phone number.
Oh, like right now
you want to be. Yeah, but you just pass her your comm code.
Okay, cool.
You don't have to remember.
I'll say that. Hey, well, here's my comm code, and my name's Kaida, but my friends call me Crazy K. And then I reach out my hand and I throw up an eyebrow, but this is this kind of eyebrow.
All right. So she says, "Yeah." She says, "Yeah, I'm Talon." She shakes her hand. Welcome to the CZ, I guess.
Glad to be here.
All right. The other elf, the elf rather, with the green hair is just kind of watching. She's kind of has a little bit of a sneer. She just turns and walks back inside the shelter.
Okay, and then I turn to Satchel and say, "And that is how you break the ice." And then I walk back toward the men's shelter and leave him there to ponder.
The girl starts giggling as you say that. She's and then lets y'all walk away. Gertrude, during that whole discussion, what were you up to?
Well, they said that they had it handled, so I wandered towards the garage because clearly, if someone says they have something handled, they absolutely have it handled and don't need any help at all.
Especially when it's the two of us.
Yeah.
Making your way to the garage, you find that the back is open and inside is Etienne, a pot of soy calf, not full, but it's still there on the brewer, and Darcy looking ship-shape in the garage, dry and warm.
There's a French-speaking punk rock music blaring from speakers somewhere in the shop, and he's fiddling with some electronics and stuff when you show up on his workshop with a full mug of Psycaf to his side. Hey, Gertrude. Yeah. Come on in.
Oh, yeah.
Fines.
I don't think I knew that this was your garage.
I mean, okay. I opened the door for you yesterday, and when you all went away, I stayed in. Behind that door right there is my room. That's where I live.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for having us in your garage house.
It's okay. That's what I do. I fix stuff. Okay. At cafe, and he points the coffee pot.
I was actually going to ask if I could take a couple of cups to the ladies out front.
Wait. Sure. Do it. I'll put another pack in it, and we can brew some more for the others.
That sounds great. Thank you. And I'll grab up some cups and take them back out front. Probably right as the two of them are walking away with their mission accomplished.
Hey, Gertrude, tell the others to come to come here. If you guys didn't understand that that was my place, I guess you should tell them that it could be our meeting point.
Well, it might have just been me. I don't always pick up on things like that, so it might just be me. But I'll mention it.
He shrugs. Like I had a maybe, but you're the first one who showed up, so I assume the others don't know.
All right. Right about then, Kaida and Satchel actually do show up.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
I mean,
hey,
not you. We've been together the whole time.
I wasn't talking to you, Satchel. I was talking to Etienne.
He looks between the two of you like, did you guys get married during the night? Because you sound like an old bickering couple. Just that took the last of the soy calf, but I'm making some more if you want.
Why is everybody so mean?
Desperately, I need some. Please. Is there a spell
Sarah.
for quick calf that I can cast?
So
if you know one, I'll take up magic because that would be kick ass.
Wouldn't it though?
all right. Inside the shelter, Sarah. When are you getting up here, or are you still sleeping?
Yeah, I'm an elf, so I'm well rested at this point. I'm up and about, kind of pacing around, making a couple of calls to Fluff and Skitter. Skitter for any info on Samantha that might be helpful, and Fluff for if she's got anything ready for me for like to test out, or to it had an idea about maybe like a paralysis concoction or something like that.
Okay. So yeah, trying to make some calls here. Who are you calling first?
Skitter.
All right. So that rings for a bit, and then you hear a connection kind of gets made, and it's real scratchy and splotchy. It's as if someone has a really cheap comlink and they're in the zone. Yeah, who this?
Hey, it's Flea.
Who?
Flea.
Oh no, Flea.
Yeah. Yes, it's Flea.
Flea?
Dude, we've got a loyalty 3.
Flea?
So, you weren't named Flea until last night.
Yeah, well, I was. We were just using Lila before, even though we shouldn't have been. But fine. Hey, it's Lila.
Oh. I see.
Oh.
It's one of my sins.
Really?
Like
when Lone Star looks and they scan your thing and they're like, Flea. And then they just let you. Oh, that makes so much more sense.
Good morning,
Wow.
Skitter.
Wow. Okay, yeah. All right. Okay. What's up?
Question
What's
for
up?
you. Got a job.
Okay.
Trying to track down any information on, and I pull up the file that was sent to us.
Mm-hmm.
On a Samantha. What's the last name in the file?
Oh shoot. The last name was.
Oh
it
crap!
Carol?
There's a last name.
Samantha Carroll.
Samantha Carroll.
Sounds right.
Should have told the girl the last name.
That's what my notes say, but that doesn't mean it's true.
Yeah.
If the note says it.
Disappeared quite a long time ago, but wondered if you've heard anything. Apparently she's resurfacing. We're trying to track her down. See if you had heard anything through the grapevine.
Samantha Carroll, missing 20 years, randomly shows up. Man, what are the odds that someone who's been missing for like 20 years is suddenly like on the radar again? That's so weird.
Low odds. I think we both know coincidence isn't really a thing here.
Oh, okay.
So have you heard?
Yeah. Well, I've heard a few things about well, So there's definitely been some people talking about someone named Sam. I thought it was a guy, but at the Maker Collective. But people are kind of in and out of there all the time. So you might want to try there. And if not, then you might want to try there. Maybe I'll keep my ear to the ground for anything else that's going on. Zone's a big place. Hey, did you hear somebody attacked the airport last night? Like killed some person. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so be careful if you go around there. They're really suspicious of everybody right now. I mean, it was just totally unprovoked.
The CZ is a really dangerous place, so you be careful out there, okay?
No, I'm good. But check this out. This is the dumbest thing. They stole a jet, but then gave it back.
Dumbasses.
Yeah.
I mean, who gives
if I stole a jet, right? If I stole a jet, I would just fly out of the CZ, man, and then I'd sell the jet. That's worth at least 10,000 million.
Yeah.
Anyway,
hopefully they got paid even more than that.
Yeah.
Well, Skitters, it's always a pleasure. Thank you for the info. If you hear anything else, you reach out, okay? And I'm gonna ping him 300 new yen.
Oh, hey, thanks. I'll get some new shoes.
I know you've always got my back. Thank you.
All right. So there was that.
What?
That's what got me. That's what got me. She said, what? Oh man.
All right. Calling Fluff.
Yeah.
All right. That one rings a little bit, and then it finally kind of picks up. Yeah, what?
Hey, Fluff. It's Lila.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, just letting you know, I tried out that little concoction you gave me yesterday. And just to let you know, we've got it's not as good with someone who's got a high drug tolerance. So I think it probably still needs some tweaking, but I'm gonna keep trying stuff out and giving you feedback. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Question for you too. Have you do you have anything for something that might be usable is like a paralysis thing? That way we can avoid poison when necessary, but they stop moving when you need them to. You scan?
Yeah. Just come down to the collective, and I got some narco. You could have narco. They'll just put people right out, but it's an injectable, right? If you want to just patch them or something, you gotta inject it. But you could put a dart gun, or you could put on a rifle or something, or just just stick them with a syringe. Yeah, just get it. We got some here already. It doesn't move very fast because a lot of people don't like to use it because you got to actually stick somebody with it. You can't just contact whatever, shoot them. So anyway, yeah. So just come on down to the collective. I'll be there in a couple. What is it? Oh, man, it's early. I will probably be there sometime after lunch. Just come on by. Anytime you want.
Awesome. Do you have another round of what was it called?
Retro.
Do you have another round of it? I used the one, so I could use a backup.
Yeah, there's plenty of that around here. I mean, that's just that. That's we take leftovers from all the different things. We just and it's a mix of things, right? That's how we do it. It's just
you've got a customer today, so I'll see you when I see you. Okay.
Okay, great. Yeah. Just see you later.
Also, Fluff, if you've heard anything about a Sam or a Samantha around the collective, supposedly was disappeared for like 20 years and has just recently resurfaced. I guess she's a big topic of conversation lately.
Did some folks around here, new faces, yeah, but the names escape me. Names escape me. I gotta meet people like 3 times before it sticks in my head. Names. That's
no worries.
One time you meet them, and then 2 times, and then 3 times. And then if you can't remember their name after that, you're an asshole, really. But but 3 times, just,
fair enough.
3.
Well, I appreciate you, Fluff. I'll see you later. Okay.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just come by. I'll be down there. Like I said, sometime after lunchtime. Maybe like a long lunch or a late lunch, but I'll be down there. Okay. Yeah.
All right, oh my. I'll see you later.
All right. So bye. Beep. And you disconnect.
All right. I'm gonna go try to find the others.
All right. As you step out, as you're leaving, you do notice kind of over at the front, Gertrude approaching, handing out coffee to a couple of the folks that are there. Sitting at the desk is an elf with green hair, and she just kind of gives you this look as you walk by. It's not a challenging look or anything. It's just kind of like one of those like, whatever. Outside is an Oni, and a young girl, like I said, 14 or 15, very eagerly taking the soy calf from Gertrude. Hey, thanks so much. Where'd you get this?
I point around the corner to the garage and said, it's in there if you want some more. If your friends want some more.
Oh, is it that French guy makes it?
Yeah, he's got a machine that makes it.
Wow, you ever hear him talk in French?
I think so.
Really
he says
weird.
things I don't understand, so I assume that's French.
Yeah. I always thought French was like bad words, but apparently that's just something made up from a long time ago. Cool. Well, thanks so much. This is gonna be great. I haven't had soy calf for like a week. And then she takes it and steps inside and announces boldly to the elf that's in there that was scowling at everybody that I have soy calf and you don't. And then that conversation happens. Talon kind of nods. Appreciate it. It's cold out. We'll keep in mind that the Frenchman has soy calf.
You might not.
I hope I didn't share his secret.
Yeah, I'll come back and my garage would have been raided for all my soy calf. Thank you very much.
You said I could tell.
No, it's fine.
I greet Gertrude. Morning. Were you able to find the others?
Yes. I think everybody is in the garage now. They're very grumpy in the morning.
I mean, they're not necessarily the greatest conversationalists throughout the day. But I got a lead. Apparently people have been talking about Samantha or Sam around the Maker Collective. So I've got something else I need to do there anyway. So it might be good for us to do some legwork over there.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think that's a good plan.
Well, where is everyone?
They're in the garage. Come along. I will show you.
Yay.
So she shows you to the garage that you parked in the night before.
Oh, here.
Yeah, people have pretty short memory. It appears.
Wait, you live in the garage?
Well, it's connected to it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, now this makes more sense. Anyway, good morning, guys. I got a lead for us on Samantha, or maybe better known as Sam. So we're going to scope out the Maker Collective today and try to get some intel on what we're getting ourselves into.
The Maker Collective.
Oh, wait. It was noted in the files they sent us last night that Maker Collective was a good place to start. Always wanted to go there.
All right. If anyone wants to make a roll for if you have Chicago as a knowledge skill at all, you can go ahead and make that roll. If you don't,
this has come up in every episode, and none of us do.
None of us have. Yeah, all we have is one person has gangs, and the other person has black markets and gray market.
Hey, try some gray market.
I did, or maybe I didn't try it, but I just know I had it. There we go. Gray market.
Okay, so yeah, the Maker Collective, as far as you know, it's just a place where people bring a lot of the scavenged goods and they just kind of make stuff out of it, or and it's like a community hub for putting together devices and things people need so that they can sell them back to the community at reasonable prices. So it's.
Did we already do this?
You might have.
Because it sounds so familiar. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you might have made that roll. Okie doke.
I forgot. It's been a long night.
It has been a long night.
Apparently.
It felt like a week long.
Yeah. Everybody forgot where we parked the car.
Yep. All right. So with that, you are all hopping into Darcy, I guess, to take a drive.
Yep.
While we're in there too, I take my spot in the front seat, and then I turn around and look at everyone and go, so I called some of my contacts this morning, and I just wanted to let you know kind of where things lie. I kind of look concerned at Kaida and Satchel and go, word has gotten out about the airport that someone died unnecessarily. That's going to affect our rep. And then also that we...
Wait. Does that mean knows us?
Not necessarily. There's always someone that does. It hasn't necessarily gotten out to the public yet that it's us, but this is why we want to just be really careful. So that's gotten out. It also got out that we stole and then gave back a jet. So
well, half of that me and Satchel had nothing to do with.
Well, correct. I said I was going to borrow it. That means you give it back.
We didn't even know about that plan. The plan we made was to go.
We didn't have a plan.
We did. We were going to distract the guys and buy you all time. We didn't know y'all were going to steal a jet and then give it back, but.
Anyway, I think it would have been a pretty killer story to just be like, man, weird stuff. Someone used a jet for 10 minutes or whatever. But just keep in mind, if it gets back to us, and it always does, that's going to affect the work if people are dying unnecessarily. We're not going to get hired for the bigger paying jobs.
You've looked at me twice when you said that. Why do you keep looking at me when you say that?
Your spirit did kill someone.
Whoa! I didn't command the spirit to kill anybody. I commanded the spirit to protect the group. Now, if the spirit can't help that he's jacked up on steroids, that's just how he does his thing. Spirit can't help that he felt the threat was necessary enough to use deadly force. That means that I was in lethal danger.
Okay, if I remember correctly, we had this discussion yesterday in the van.
We
know that it will potentially come back, considering the fact that Princess knows she hired us to do stuff there, so she will know it was us. But let's try and move past that and get to work for today, okay?
Please, yes, just please try to be specific with your spirit so that those kinds of we can't, like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not into wet work.
So I should tell my spirit, protect us, but don't kill anybody.
Why? Exactement.
Is that an option that I have, Game Master?
You can tell your spirits to do certain things, and depending on how well you treat your spirits is how much they listen to you and the spirit of what you want them to do.
So I could have given the directive of not to kill anybody, and he would have
just,
even though that hit was a massively powerful hit, it just would have
it probably would have chose.
Okay, noted. Learn something new every day.
But I do want to talk about that. Like, is there anyone here that like really, like, I like I said, I don't do wet work. If there's anyone that like does, then maybe this should be our last run together.
Yeah.
What does wet work mean?
Yeah, I don't know that word.
Murder. I don't murder people, but I'm not going to get murdered either. I mean, if it's me or someone else, it's always going to.
I agree, but I think that there's different scenarios where, like, if someone is out hunting us and like is going to kill us, I think that's an exception to the rule. But us trying to place a box and someone getting murdered is not cool.
Makes sense. That's why they invented stick and shock and rubber bullets.
And this kind of just he feels a certain type of way about this conversation.
Kind of always feels a certain type
of way. He feels the type of way about this conversation. And then he just retreats within himself, and he just looks away from the two of them who are talking.
But to be fair, if someone gets close enough to me so they get the shovel and he points at his back, that's entirely on them.
We're forgetting that I had 2 rifles in my face, and the spirit killed one of them because he probably thought they would have killed me. And I mean, I didn't to make them put the rifles in my face.
Yes, but your friend chopped one of them almost in half.
Our friend. I met him.
Gertrude, you are approaching a checkpoint.
We're just arguing in the back of the truck.
Then I'll turn around and do the shh. It's a checkpoint. We gotta be on good behavior.
Do I need to do the cloaking spell again, or do you think this is going to be or is this checkpoint not going to be
Well, what's going to happen is our driver is going to make an edge roll.
And Etienne is going to put everything on silent mode as far as deck and other illegal Matrix active device.
Keep in mind that you do have some things in there that you can use to make that edge roll not just be a 1 dice roll.
That's what do we think?
You have NERPs and stuff like that, right?
I do.
Yep.
So if I want to use NERPs to make sure we get through this particular checkpoint a little more than my single die of edge, is that added to the modifier, or is that just...
Yes, that's going to be added to the so you're going to add 3 to your modifier as your modifier. Okay. All right. That is... Wow. I mean, what are the odds, really? You know?
Oh, shit.
So I rolled 5 dice, and I got 1 6, 3 1s, and a 2.
Yes.
Welcome to the SmackDown.
I have some SmackDowns as well that were very generously sent over by the chat.
Yeah, those are good for 4 net hits apiece. So just keep that in mind.
Do it now.
All right, we'll use one of those SmackDowns then. We got pretty lucky at the last checkpoint when there was just a dead body. So
yes. I mean, you guys floored it out of there, so it could have been a lot worse. But all right, yeah. So you actually, as you're driving up to the location, you notice that there is actually nobody manning the booth. There is it just looks like there's just not anybody there, which isn't odd. Sometimes checkpoints they just don't have anyone manning the checkpoint. Sometimes you get lucky that way. So yeah, you continue driving. The bickering stopped when you got to the checkpoint. Does not seem to have picked up again. Out in the corridor, you're in the north part of the corridor right now, actually. Out in the corridor, there's no more of this like buildings and rubble just strewn about everywhere. There's definitely the streets are clear and it's easier to drive. Snowplow probably hasn't been through recently, if ever, but the snow is packed down just from cars driving, vehicles driving. You're heading north up along, what is it? For those of you who are from Chicago, it's Narragansett Avenue. I said that completely wrong. But yeah, so you're driving north up that. You pass what used to be the Ridgemore Country Club on the left. It's still got some golf course stuff going on. And then on the right, there is there's a parking lot with a large, what used to be probably a department store, maybe a grocery store or what have you. In a general neighborhood, there's actually AR here, just a little bit, not a whole lot. And in the AR, you can actually see it says Maker Collective above the department store. Yeah, it's big parking space, lots of room to park.
Hey guys, I think this is the Maker's Market.
Hey, it's smart, huh? Smart guy. It's written right there in the AR, and he points in the air.
Yes. All right.
This maybe just
where are you parking?
Us all.
It's daytime. I'm sorry.
We'll park sort of away from some of the other cars. We need a little extra room for maneuvering just in case we have to jump in and drive away real fast for some reason.
Okay. So
Danny, since I've worked with Fluff here before, I assume I've been here at least once before. What do I know about this place?
What do you know about the Makers Collective? Well, let's read some box text from the book, because that's always exciting. All right, so bottom line, the Maker Collective is sort of this, I'm trying to scroll to find the thing so I can talk about it a little bit. All right, so it's basically a market that's been co-opted by various just engineers and smart people from the Northern University of Evanston. And they've kind of, they got together, they took over this spot, and now they've set up workshops, they've set up some storefronts, and really they're just using it to kind of just become like an electronics mall, if you will, for the neighborhood around, right? So it's a combination of things. So they have their electronics, but there's also, there's clothing. Anyone needs some sort of technological entertainment stuff. Just almost anything gadget like you can find there. There's also places to like drop stuff off, and you can get paid for finding any good scavenged items that you find. And so then they use that and they put it together. Also, people bring stuff in for Fluff so that he can turn it into things that he is selling to people. That's the general gist of it.
I'll look at Satchel and go, if you still have that comlink and that Ares off the Predator off those guys in the basement, you can probably sell it here if you don't want to keep it.
I just kind of like look at her, and then I'm just like, thanks. And then like I'm like looking to see where I can, hawk this stuff.
All right. So you pull in to the parking lot, and everybody steps out of the vehicle and gets ready to mosey into the Mall of the Bakers Collective. And with that, we're going to take a 10-minute break, and we'll see you on the other side of that break.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Don't forget to join us on Discord and Patreon. I'll drop the link for our Patreon. I just dropped the link in Discord. And we'll see you in 10.
Hey, everybody here is way nicer than their characters, except Jen. She's like the same.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Yo.
All right.
Round 2.
Hey.
So we just got to the Maker, and we are about to enter the store as we have left the van. Let me pull up my note.
I did lock the doors and turn on the anti-theft device. Just
okay. It is a little bit better here because you're in the corridor, not in the zone itself. But yes, the Maker Collective is probably one of those places you want to lock everything up because it's a really quick trip from taking the stuff off of your vehicle to giving it to someone who will salvage that stuff. Yeah, it's only like 100 feet or so. All right, as you are approaching the front door, you do notice that there are two individuals just outside. It's cold, but it doesn't seem to be affecting, well, at least the elf woman that much. She's got a shopping cart. It's loaded with various goods. She looks over at you all as you approach. Oh, look at these magnificent people. Oh, you look so magnificent. How are you today, my lovelies?
Doing great. And yourself?
Oh, I couldn't be better. It's such a lovely day. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely agree.
Yes.
We're just heading on in. We'll catch you later.
Oh, are you going into the collective?
That's the plan.
It is so nice in there. And they have everything you need.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
Yeah. That's it was weird. Anyway, I'm sure it's fine. The orc behind her is like, Alice, perhaps we should let them go into the collective. I'm sure that they have business.
I look at Kaida and like I'm giving you the look like from you to them, like check them out.
And at this point, you want me to check them out?
In the astral, like sense their auras and see like what's going on, maybe.
What would I be able to divine from sensing their auras?
Things like if they have any magical ability, if they are sick, if they are happy, sad, mad, angry, murderous, if they have lots of cybernetics, or if
doesn't this mean that is this right? Or is this something I should have done in the car?
No, not necessarily.
Is this something I can do right now?
Yeah, you just kind of take a moment to shift your perspective into this other.
This is not the same as sensing, right?
This is a sensing. This is your astral vision. You're not projecting. You're not leaving your body. You're just switching your vision mode.
So I don't need to roll.
You will roll.
Okay.
So you don't need to roll
So
to
let me
see
roll.
their auras. You do need to roll to read their auras, and that's what a sensing is.
So I'm going to read their aura, so I'm going to roll.
It's like I would be rolling really high right now to see, like, to look you over, Daria, and see you're confused.
Yeah.
But if I don't roll well, I'd be like, no, everything's good.
Okay, so I'm going to roll, and that's all I got.
Okay.
Which
So
is what I expected to get.
basically what you can see is that the woman is mostly confused. She does have a strong magical aura, though. She's definitely awakened. You can't tell what level of power she is, but it's definitely not minuscule. Maybe stronger than yours. Maybe you're a little stronger. It's hard to say. You're not reading it that well. But she's definitely magic. The other fellow, not magic at all. And he's more of concerned.
Okay, and then I'm gonna make a judgment call.
And right now she's kind of pushing her cart forward, and he's kind of like guiding her over to the side.
Okay, so I'll just look at Flea and give a little "they're fine" shake of my head.
I'll kind of give a short nod and say, well, have a lovely rest of your day, and head on inside. Use my full action to disengage.
All right. Stepping inside the Maker Collective, there is definitely, so it's a large department store sized building inside, and it's kind of set up so that there's stalls and markets along the edges, and then there's or various, like, I guess, cells or maybe offices or just, locations. And then the center has where the main stores are, as well as a sort of a common area with tables for folks to sit down and eat or hang out or what have you. As you come in, you can see straight ahead of you is a large sign that says FYE in like some crazy sort of neon lettering. To the right, across from where the tables are, you see Baiju's Cozy Krill, and just a bunch of doors to the left and right. You do know, for Lila, that Fluff is just past security to the left.
Is there any place that I can see nearby that's like bartering guns or weapons or comm links or something, so that I can offload this stuff?
You don't see anything offhand from where you're at right now, but there's definitely there's a few other customers you gather, and then there's people in several of the various rooms and offices, and then there's folks at the stores.
Okay.
I don't beeline to Fluff. I don't like making it known, like, this is the person I am here to see. So I'm gonna kind of walk around. I did take that armored jacket off that one guard from the basement, so I'll try to find a place to fence that and just kind of like listen around and see if I can pick up on anything that's might show me who to listen to or who to ask or whatever.
Sure. So you're just kind of wandering about, seeing if there's a place you can offload that jacket. Chris, are you approaching anyone or going to any particular location, moving around?
Yeah, I'm just kind of like sticking to the walls and shadows, trying not to like bump into anybody, as I'm like keeping my ears open to like see if I can glean, like, oh, like that Artemis, whatever the fuck is over here, like for 300 Nuyen or something like that, so I know which way I can turn and go.
All right, so yeah, like I said, it's basically it's you go in, and then it kind of, there's a corridor straight ahead that leads to some storefronts, and it goes also to the left and right, and then shoots down, and then behind those stores, there's actually, you can see that there's probably the backside as well. And so, yeah, there's just this plenty of places to go. If you're
all right, well then I will go to the nearest store. Yeah.
All right. So the nearest store appears to be, because the things around the side aren't necessarily stores. Some of them are like workshops and stuff. The closest store that you can see is the one that says FYE in like really crazy letters.
Sounds good to me. Like
All
start
right.
making my way towards it.
All right, so you kind of beeline up to FYE. There's as you get there, you could smell the savory cooking of Baiju's Cozy Krill to the right of you. To the left, you see that there's another storefront. It says Hardwired across the top, and it's not an ARO. It's just, they went out and found some steel and kind of smashed it to make the letters. And then across from Hardwired is a store that's called Taylor and Cobb's. But you walk into FYE, and there's a woman there. She's got short hair, a little bit of green highlight in it, and she looks up as you walk in. Oh, hey, what are you looking for today? I can maybe help you out. Yeah. Welcome to Frag Yeah Entertainment, where we have all the things you need to pass the time, entertained. Yeah. What are you looking for? What do you like? Are you getting like action? Are you looking for music? Maybe, maybe some action. Oh yeah, we got action. We've got Neil the Orc Barbarian. We got the original here, actually. Yeah, you like from the original when they press the chips and everything. And we've got, of course, someone found that.
They did?
In the zone. Yeah, they found it in the zone, and they brought it out. And we always give fair price for everything that people scavenge, but I'm telling you, this is like a collector's item if you're interested. But also we have we got the rest of the line, of course, too. We got
and at this point I just kind of like stop her, and I'm just trying to sell some goods I found in the zone. Is this a good place for that?
Oh, if you're trying to drop some stuff off, you want to go to the money changers in the back.
All right. Appreciate you. And then I kind of like hobble off.
All right. Well, hey, come back though. I mean, if you're ever looking for anything, we got we got pretty much anything you can find. All right. Bye.
Yeah, and I just keep walking as she's saying that. Just walk out. And I try to make my way to the money changers in the back.
All right, so you're heading to the money changers. What's anyone else doing?
Etienne is going to stop at every workshop to see what they're doing and enthusiastically talk to people and go like, "Oh, this is interesting. What are you doing? Oh, what's that? I've never seen it." And he's like a kid in a candy shop, running around, having fun, talking to people.
So the first two, if you go left or right as you come in. You have a picture of the girl from when she was like 6. But yeah, when you come in, do you go left or right as you're going around?
He's going to start to the left. Let's go.
All right, to the left. So the first door that you see there as you're kind of walking, it's got the door's open. You can see that says security on the door, and inside is a kind of a middle-aged, maybe a little older gentleman. His hair is mostly short, but he's got like this red shock of plumage in the front and like almost a little mohawk going down. You can tell he's got some cyberware going on. He seems to just be kind of watching something on the comlink in his arrow in front of him. He notices you as you kind of are cruising by, and he kind of gives you stuff. And then he's back to paying attention.
With a nod. And noticing that it's just security, I'm going to keep on going. That's not unless they have little maps that shows you where the stores are and everything.
Yeah, no, it's there's nothing like that here. The next one, it doesn't have. There's just an opening. You see a troll inside. Very brightly colored, garishly brightly colored clothing. There's a lot of paraphernalia, if you will, just kind of scattered around on the various shelves and stuff. This is the location that Lila will be frequenting just a little bit later. Moving on from there, on the left-hand side, as you kind of turn the corner, is you see basically 3 women working in what looks to be like a sewing shop or a like a clothing manufacturer almost. There's a loom. There's like several sewing machines. There's lots of racks hanging up, and they just seem to be very busy making clothes, as far as you can tell. With that,
he's gonna look inside, look at the clothes, look at the machine they're using, and go like, "Oh, that's a nice model. I used to fix those where I'm from. So, you got any trouble with them recently? I can fix that for you."
The 3 women kind of stop simultaneously and look over at you. Where are they at? Here we go. So yeah, they all kind of they just kind of turn and look your direction. The tallest of them is a black elf. She has some facial jewelry, and is very put together, as well as the other elf that's in there with her, who is bald, Caucasian elf that is bald, and then a human with colored hair. So this should be pushing. Apparently, if you've already shared it with people, you can't push to their journals. It's really strange. So, anyway.
Okay.
Our machines are in good repair, says the woman that turned to you, the black elf. She says, if anything were to go awry, we have what we need here at the collective to fix it. But
I'm sure you do. I'm just it's my first time here, and I'm enjoying this site. And same mission. These machine I haven't seen in a very long time.
Well, they are necessary tools for our trade. Are you looking for anything in particular?
As I said, well, and he looks back and notices that the others are scattered and doing their own thing. He's like, well, I'm here with some friends, and we were, and he scratched the back of his head uncomfortably. We were looking for someone. Have you heard of someone named Sam hanging around here? Samantha, I think.
Sam. Sister, have you heard of anyone named Sam? The bald one steps forward and says, Sam. Sounds banal. I cannot say that I've seen a Sam, but are you sure black is your color?
I mean, it does the trick, and it doesn't get dirty when I work on stuff. Well, it does, but it doesn't show as much. Do you get anything else in mind?
I don't know. I'm thinking something in a blue. It would offset with your lovely red hair. What do you think, sister? The human looks up and says, I don't know. He just wants to keep people from seeing the dirt. Black, brown, dark blue. I think your time is wasted on that one, Chloe. To which the bald elf says, There's hope for everyone.
I mean, like, I guess I could try blue. Spend most of my time working and running around, so it would have to be like some tough materials. But I'm willing to experience things.
Oh, that's what I like to hear. So, how about this? Let's see. Let me come here, dear. Come here, dear. Let's look at you. Let's look at you.
It's gonna look behind his shoulder again. Doesn't see anyone. Takes his comlink and punch in like, I'm gonna be in the clothes shop for a little while, and he's gonna walk in.
All right. So yeah, so you step inside and spend a little time in there. Let's see. What about Duryea? What's Kite up to?
So when Kaida walks in, he kind of sees everybody go in different directions. So he stands for a moment. And he goes to the right.
Okay. To the right. Yep.
And
all right.
Then because we can only go left or right?
Well, you could go straight, and that would take you to the FYE and then the other little stores. And the center is like where the main stores are, and then the food court.
Mm-hmm. And then the other side, we don't know what's on the other side.
Yeah, left it the way that Etienne went is he eventually found the sewing shop, and then you haven't gone to the right, so you haven't seen anything yet.
So I'm gonna go to the right.
All right. So heading to the right, the first thing you see is there's a couple of storefronts that are closed. They don't actually have anything up, but you do see like an empty space for someone to put signage. And as you're moving along, you see that the next two doors, they go into offices that have like the wall between them has been knocked down. And this is the corner, like a couple of corner offices. So they've made it into one big thing. And you see inside it's basically, it looks like if teenagers were given the ability to make a clubhouse out of industrial garbage inside of a place, and that's exactly what's going on. There are 5 people right now inside, and they're just kind of chatting. Looks like they're talking, hanging out. If you stop, or if you just keep, are you going to stop, or are you just going to kind of keep going?
I don't know. They all
look young. They all look, well, for the most part, they look young.
Is there much past this that I can see?
Oh yeah, no, you're right at the first turn. It goes all the way to the back and then all the way around as well.
So I see some young kids. How young?
You see young people, teenagers or young adult. Not like little kids.
Like no, I know, but when you say teenager, you mean like 14, 15 or like 17, 18?
Yeah, more like 17, 18, young adult, like maybe as old as 20.
Okay, so then I want to, then I'm definitely going to talk to them. Because that's the age, that's around the age that Samantha would be.
All right. So as you kind of step in, they all stop talking, and they turn and look in your direction. Can I help you, my man? This is a dwarf. He's a black dwarf, clean shaven, but he's got a blonde mohawk going down the back, going down his head, and some gold like tattooing on the side.
Yeah, I got turned around. I'm trying to find Sam.
Who? Sam?
Sam? Yeah, I was supposed to meet her here to exchange some goods, and I just got in Chicago, so I don't really know the area.
Sam. You know Sam? Hey, Blue, you know Sam? The human kind of behind him. I don't know. Sam is not really jogging my memories. Got any other information, baby?
And then I guess I would have to have information to drop him some change, right? Yeah, she's around your age. You know, I just want to give him some cash. Can I just give him cash?
Yeah, you can do that.
I was like, If you I have plenty of information, this type of information, and then I hand him some cash.
Oh, hey, what? You remember? Who is that? Who is that girl that was around here the other day? She was doing something for what's his name across the way, right? There's an orc girl that's been kind of like just looking at you as you walked in. Like, who the hell is this? She looks over at the dwarf and she's, yeah, the short black hair with the scrubs. Oh man, she was weird. Oh yeah, but I don't know. I ain't seen her in a couple days. Yeah, I ain't seen her in a couple days, but yeah, she was around looking for like work or something, handouts, whatever.
And she's usually here. Does she come by often or just once in a while?
Shit, man. Like, the first time we saw her was maybe like a week ago or something. And then, she's just kind of been around a little bit. Maybe she's standing around someplace nearby, but like I said, I ain't seen her in like 2 days. But I'll tell you what, she ain't never changed her clothes. She just got them like blue scrubs and that stupid orange jacket. Man, I tell you, it's she probably needs some work, but
I mean, I think I was supposed to meet her to drop off this stuff, so I guess we're gonna sell it. I'm assuming. So how about this? And then I hand her some more cash. Say, you take my comm, and if she comes back, you tell her I got some work for her, and tell her to call back. Tell her to call me.
All right, man. All right. And then she hands the money that you just gave her to the dwarf. Who takes it?
Okay.
She's like, all right, yeah, man. We got you. You got, if you need any more work or whatever, dangerous crew right here. Dangerous crew. We'll take care of you, man.
Oh wait, yeah. I'm K, by the way. Crazy K.
What up, K? The human is like, that's pretty cool. Crazy K. Crazy. Like crazy. He probably spells crazy with the K, man. There's an elf in there as well. She's got like a mohawk. She's like, man, shut up.
When she says that, I go, Go ahead.
The fifth person is actually an older orc. He's just kind of sitting in the back watching quiet.
Mm-hmm. And then as I leave, I see him and I look at him and I just give him a nod. And then I turn and I walk away. And I go back toward where the rest of the stuff is. I keep down the hallway that I was walking.
All right. The next door is closed. It says management. Go
ahead.
And then you can hear a lot of noise coming from further down. But before we go any further, what's Gertrude up to?
Since everybody else has sort of dispersed, that she's also sort of just looking around. She seems to get real excited when she sees car or plane parts, either in their entirety or just like little pieces of them, and she'll stop and sort of rifle through bins as she's sort of walking along, just sort of taking in the scene.
So the first place she'll notice anything like that, Gertrude notices, is in the store Hardwired. It's you can tell pretty quickly that it's basically a store for hardware stuff, just industrial machinery, machine parts that have been refurbished or that have been kind of invented out of other machines. So that's the first place that she'll see that. There's a like, youngish looking dwarf, clean cut, got a little bit of a like a goatee that swings back into a weird neck beard thing. And he looks up as he sees you. Oh, hey, hi. You're looking for anything in particular?
Not really anything in particular, just sort of browsing, looking to see what's going on.
Okay. Well, if you see anything that tickles your fancy, just let me know. We could probably come up with a good deal for it. Or if there's something you don't see, but maybe you're thinking. I mean, we put stuff together, just kind of based on people's needs. So just let me know what you need, and we'll take care of it for you. Right?
That sounds great. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Cool. So just feel free to look around, and if you got any questions. But I'll get out of your hair. All right. The kind of moving on from there, if you kind of move into the back areas, you see that there's an open door, and there's an older orc, and he's kind of got like this workbench full of different pieces and parts, and he's just kind of muttering to himself as he's trying to looks like kind of put stuff together. He's got some soldering irons left, and then he's got some welding gear, and then just board of tools up in front of him. And then the next few doors are closed, and you can see that that's actually where it looks like Satchel is walking down that way.
I keep on shuffling.
Yep. Shuffle. Sarah, is there anything, any place, anyhow that you're doing after you've kind of looked around? Are you like trying to talk to anybody, or?
I've been listening to some of the convos just to try to pick up on anything, whether it's related to Sam or something else that might lead to work, or just information about Chicago, or jobs available, fixers, whatever. And then I want to fence the jacket, and then I'll make my way over to Fluff.
All right. So you do know that just from being here before, that the Money Changers is where you drop off anything that you want to fence, if you will, and that's in the back. Other than that, if that's where you're headed, both of you actually kind of come from the other side. You pass Straight Letty's. She's a lawyer that kind of works in the back of the Maker Collective. And then you actually reach the Money Changers at the same time as Satchel. It's just a let me find. Oh, interesting. Yeah, you find the door's open, and there is a fellow inside, just kind of sitting down. He's sitting at a desk. There's a opening to the right that leads into what looks like a bunch of where the other offices, that the doors are all closed, and it's just, you could kind of look and see that it's just piled full of stuff, just all kinds of random thises and that's. And he looks up at you and he says, "Oh, welcome. Come on in. What can I do you for?"
I give him my little monk's bow, and say, "Hi, I got a nice jacket here for you. Got a couple blood stains on it, but I mean, what doesn't these days?"
Okay. This jacket. That's it. That's just you're bringing in a bloody jacket.
Just something small today. Got some nice armor.
All right. Some nice what?
It's armored up, so some good defense to it.
Okay. Set that there. Let me look at it. You set it down, he kind of picks it up, feels around it, and he notices the blood, and then like where he sees the blood, he like is inspecting those areas a lot closer. But he doesn't find any like, bullet holes or anything in it. Actually, the blood is from just, the person who was wearing it was themselves broken into pieces, as opposed to shot or perforated. That's pretty good. I mean, maybe you could get the lettering off, this Janus. I don't know though. The material is going to be hard to dye, and this bright orange color is going to stick out, when folks are, especially out in the snow here. So I'm probably not going to get a good price for it on the resale. I could give you like 100 in script, or like 150 in credit for the collective here.
I'll be around. Let's do credit for the collective.
All right.
I'm Flea, by the way, and I have a feeling I'll be seeing. I'm new to town, but I have a feeling I'll be seeing a lot of you. So I'll be back with some more stuff here and there.
All right. Well, good to meet you, Flea. I'm Morton. Usually back here.
Awesome. Nice to meet you, Morton.
Yeah. All right. What about you, the old timer? What you got?
I got a Artemis and a couple of clips, and I give it to him to look over.
All right. Let me see this. Okay. Okay. All right. It's solid. Looks like it hasn't been used too much. Hasn't been out on the street. Not banged up. Good quality. 2 full clips. Cool. All right. Yeah. I can give you. I can give you like 200 for this, if you're taking credit for the collective. Or I can give you, call it a 140 cred. What do you think?
I'll take the 200 cred.
All right. So with that, he kind of notes some stuff down, and then kind of passes you this little chip. Same kind of chip that he had passed to Lila. Just present it, and they'll mark it off. That'll work for you.
And then I also like pull out the comms. Is this the same place where I trade this in? The comlink?
No. Everything that we push through the collective comes through here. Really, if you got whatever you find, a comlink, if you find weapons, if you find, a car that somebody done took the wheels off, and you got the rest of the car, you bring that here too.
How about
just
jets?
Whatever. You just. I mean, if you got a clean jet, I'm sure you could just land it on the roof. I'll take it. I
heard that heard that someone stole a jet nearby. Do you know anything about that?
Really? Stole a jet? Like from where?
I mean, where else would you find jets? I would assume the airport.
Well, I mean, like there's Midway, which is, and then there's O'Hare, right? So.
Oh, I'm not sure where. I just heard a story that there was a jet that was stolen.
Either way, I
ain't
heard nothing about it, but.
Okay. And then about the comlink though.
Yeah. So what is this? This looks like So this you loot the same place as her, huh? Because that's the same. It says Janus on that jacket. It's Janus here on this comm. So looks like well, I'm just saying it's this is not a problem. I'm just noticing. So yeah, this comm I could probably give you. I mean, it's very specific. We're probably not going to be able to sell it to any like the kids. They like the new stuff, the brand names and the. But for the parts and everything, I could probably give you like 50 million for it.
All right, I'll take it.
I mean, honestly, if you know how to work with these things, it'd probably be more useful to use like a burner or something. Got to be square with you, right? But yeah, if you want to just offload it, I'll give you 50.
I appreciate you. And then is there any way I can give him like 20 cred back from what he gave me? Or actually, no, I'll just pay him 20 cred for being upfront with me, and I take the combat.
Okay. Oh, hey. Yeah, thanks, man. If you have any questions or need anything, you just find me back here. I'm always back here.
Okay. And what's your name?
Morton. It's Morton.
Morton.
Yeah. What are you?
And then with that, I just kind of look nearby and see there's a book near.
You Kaiser Sose it?
Yeah, Kaiser Sose it. So just look around. My name's Bill.
Bill Lading. That's Bill Lading. That's my name. Oh, okay. Good to meet you, Bill. Have a good one, man.
I feel like this is one of those moments you look around and go, satchel. Damn it!
All right. He sat. Yeah. Okay. So with that, we'll go back to Thomas. Yeah. So they're basically they're taking your measurements. They're getting they're like handling your jacket. Like they have you take off the jacket and they're like seeing what it's kind of made of and everything. And the bald elf is really excited about this. The human, she just seems like this is never gonna work. But yeah, they're definitely taking the time to get all your measurements, get everything set up.
And Etienne is gonna sheepishly just point out the patch and the writing on the back are kind of important to me, so make sure that it's transferred to what you're doing.
Oh, honey, we'll make sure that goes on. What is this patch anyway? I mean, it's probably not gonna, fit with the aesthetic, but if it's important to you, I suppose.
I mean, it's let's just say it's a memento from my old group back home.
Okay, all right. Sure. I think we have everything we need here. If your name was you said it was something exotic, wasn't it?
My name is Etienne. Back home, they used to call me La Pelle, and he points at his shovel.
La Pelle.
No, yes. La Pelle, and he points at the shovel that's leaning against the wall.
Oh,
Pelle.
I'm sure. Well, we'll have a design for you probably in, let's give it 2 days. And if you like it, then we'll put something together for you. How's that sound?
Sounds parfait. Here's a number where you can join me, and I'll take my jacket back.
Yes, I will join you. Very well. Well, have a brilliant day, and we will see you in a couple of days.
I'm sure we will.
All right. And so you step out of the loom and look to your left, where you can still keep going the way you're going. You see Gertrude kind of moving down in that direction. You see Lila kind of coming back.
He's gonna start walking and then turn around towards to look towards where Gertrude is and see the hardwire thing, and go like, ooh, and walk straight in there.
Okay. So Duryea, Kaida.
Yes.
You said he is gonna knock on the door there for management.
Yeah.
All right.
The Karen of our group.
That's funny.
Wow. All right.
That's funny.
So yeah, you knock on the door. You hear like some paper shuffling, and you hear, yeah, come in.
The door, you said it was marked management, right?
It's marked management. Yep.
Right. Hello?
Yeah, it's open.
Oh, okay. So then I walk in. I open the door.
All right. You see a dark-skinned elf, black elf, sitting there. She looks up. Oh, what can I do for you?
Actually, I just trying to understand how the gray market works here and the CZ. I'm thinking about setting up shop here, and I don't know if you have a shop or something like that.
Here in the Maker Collective, or just more generally?
In the Maker Collective.
Okay. And what would you be selling?
Well, that's why I have the question. I know it's mostly tech stuff here, but I would be working in magical items.
Magic. I mean, we haven't had much interest in sort of same exact reasons you said. There's people they just assume it's tech, but I mean it is more than that. We do have fashion here. That's not tech. You have Taylor and Cobb's. They shoes and suits. I'm sure that the council would be open to the idea if you had, if you were able to kind of run your business in the spirit of the collective. I mean, we are a collective, so it's not, we're not like a bunch of individual capitalists trying to just, make what money we can. We're in this together. But if there's something that you feel you can do, I mean, it still fits in the spirit of the Maker Collective. After all, my understanding, I'm not awakened, but my understanding is that there's lots of materials that need to be made that assist with various spell casting, like ritual stuff or something. So that seems to sort of fit the bill of the spirit of the collective. So I think the council will be open to something like that.
Okay, so at this point, because I feel like there's a lot of information that Kaida has that I don't have as far as like magical items. So, okay, so that is okay. So this makes yeah. In doing that, I do have a question. I had an assistant of mine. Well, we were doing some work together, and I haven't been able to get in touch with her. But I'm also wondering if you saw her. I actually sent her here to do some scouting. She's her name's Sam. She usually has a short black bob with scrubs and an orange jacket.
I remember seeing that girl here. She looked lost, actually. She
can be shy sometimes. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. I understand. But you should ask. You should ask Rooster. He's security. He'll know. Yeah, he'll if
Rooster.
He kind of keeps his eye on things.
The one out front.
No, Rooster's he's the security guard, so you'll find him over in security. But he's got as much as it just looks like he does nothing but sit on his ass all day. he actually is really good at keeping his eyes on what's going on. So yeah, check with him.
Okay.
Or Dangerous Crew down the hall. They might have seen her.
Yeah. So before I appreciate that. I'll definitely check in and talk to him before. What else do I need to understand about? Because I'm not just going to leave that subject. What else do I need to know about possibly setting up shop here?
Well, room is finding a space is going to be tough, I think. There is some. I mean, we have the pop up at the front that we kind of leave open for just folks who might want to kind of set up shop for a temporary thing, and then maybe we could take. Daddy's not going to like it, but we could take one of the stalls over in the DIY section, because we have a place where just folks can kind of come in and use the machines and stuff that Daddy's got set up. So
I like the pop-up idea, so I can test the water, see if there's interest.
Sure, yeah, if you want to do something like that, that's easy. We could set that up. We just need to look at the schedule and
wonderful,
and figure it out.
Well, once I get my hands on my assistant and we're ready, I'll definitely come back and talk to you. I'm Kay, by the way.
Sure. Kay, Maddie.
Maddie, nice to meet you. She doesn't get the crazy because I'm being, she doesn't get that part.
Right.
And then, so then after that, I ask, which way is security?
It'll be right by the front where you came in.
Okay.
Unless you came in the back by the money changers, but I assume you came in the front.
By the money changers? Yeah. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, the money changers. That's where people bring stuff in.
Okay, understand. Got you.
So, but yeah, security's up at the front though.
Okay, excellent. And then I throw her an eyebrow too, but it's more of a nice to meet you eyebrow. And then I leave and I start heading toward the front.
All right.
Her name is Maddie.
Maddie.
We're gonna need an encyclopedia of the eyebrows. Different eyebrows means different thing. A dictionary so you can read it when we look at your face.
That's just how Kaida communicates.
All right.
It's all through the eyes.
So Gertrude,
or the brow at least.
Go ahead.
So Gertrude notices as Etienne steps out of what looks to be like a seamstress shop or something, and then just suddenly woo, and then beelines into Hardwired where that dwarf had spoke to you. But what is Gertrude doing after?
She doesn't want to interrupt the guy that looks like he's working because she knows what that's like. And so she will see Satchel and Flea sort of around the corner, and will head that direction to kind of regroup, because she's just remembered that she hasn't done any work about trying to figure out where this girl went.
Okay.
She got too distracted.
Yeah, so Sarah, you and Lila, Flea, and Satchel see Gertrude kind of come around the corner after you have sold your stuff.
Find anything interesting?
I found some very nice shiny machine parts and then remembered that's not why we're here. So I haven't asked anybody. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's Satchel and I just did some business anyway. Like it's cool. This is an overwhelming place at first. So
it's perfect to get lost in.
I have don't get lost, Satchel. I have one more spot to visit, and let's maybe if you could find Etienne and Kaida and see what luck they've had, and if we need to, we can regroup and then try to find do our recon.
I do have a height advantage, so I should be able to see them in the crowd.
Cool beans. I will be at that booth right up front if you need me.
All right. So Lila heads over to Fluff's emporium of fluffy goods and services.
And then,
Hey, Fluff.
Oh, hey, what's going on, Lila? Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I kind of like lean in conspiratorially and go, I'm going by Flea for now.
Fly, mosquito.
Sure,
Yes. So, yes. Felicia. I don't get it.
It's okay. You don't have to. Do you have the stuff we talked about?
Yeah. I got it. It's over here. I got it in case. Just come. Or just don't act. Just wait right there. I'm gonna get it. And I'll bring it right up to you. Do you need the delivery vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. And he turns down and walks a little ways away. And you see him just kind of, he opens a little case. He's do. Ow.
Oh, shit.
And then he closes and then he closes the case, comes back. Okay, so it's numb. Here, so just be careful with that. It's pretty potent stuff, Narcojet. It's wow. It's like when you go to the dentist, but it's your hand. It's like your whole hand.
Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah, no, it wears off after a while. It's a little tingly in my wrist, but I don't think it's gonna go up my arm. I think I'm gonna be fine. I just barely like pricked myself, so it's potent stuff. Yeah. The retro, you still need some more of that too.
Yeah, just one hit of that.
I'll make you. So poisons don't come in hits, right? So there's like more like doses. Hits is it like has a whole other connotation, you know. Like hits are for like a good time. So yeah.
You don't know how I'm using this.
That's weird.
You're not there.
Okay. So
I know.
So then he heads over, brings back a single cap syringe, sets it down, and says, all that together, I think it's 500. Yeah.
Not a problem. No problem at all. And I'll just pick. I'm not gonna. Fluff takes care of me. I'm not gonna barter with him right now. So I ping him the money and take the doses hits.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, be careful with that, or have fun with it. Whatever you're doing. And we'll.
I'll let you know how if it needs any tweaking at all.
Yeah. I mean, the Narcojet's good. It's good. it works. It works.
You're great, Fluff. I appreciate you.
All right. Yeah. All right. Let me go get a glove. Any time.
Do you need any help?
No. I'm good. It's it's a novel experience. Novelty is the spice of yes. Yeah. That. Okay. Bye.
Okay. I'm gonna go put all this stuff carefully away and then go find my team.
All right. Gertrude, you kind of you know exactly where Etienne is. Satchel's there. You see Kaida heading over towards security. But first, before he gets there, Thomas, You walk into Hardwired. There's just, I mean, it's like Franken machines everywhere. You know, just like toaster putting machines and you know, fans attached to waffle irons, and it's just goofy stuff. And again, the young dwarf is there. Hey, hi. Welcome to Hardwired. Hi. Is there anything I could get for you?
It's just not specifically. I'm just looking at all you've got here and all you've done. Did you make a blender out of a 2015 fan and a Tupperware? This is amazing.
It is amazing, actually, and it actually you got to be careful with the fan part, because like when it goes for the blend. Anyway, Crater makes them in the back. That guy is big brain. I mean, you know, I get the specs and everything, but and yeah, I'm good with people. So I front the shop. Yeah, I front the shop. But Crater, he's the one in the back making everything. Yeah, he's.
Oh yeah, and he kind of he looks around and sees all this stuff, and then he just snaps back to reality for a second. People, yeah. Have you heard of someone named Samantha hanging around here?
So you got like can you describe her? I guess because I
mean, I can. I got an old picture here. I'm with some friends and we're looking for her. Apparently, she's been gone for a while, but we got someone made the thing where it makes them look older. So, but she would, and then he pops up in AR the picture he had in the file.
You know. Yeah, I think I've seen that girl around. She
yeah,
maybe in like the last couple of weeks she's been kind of hanging around. You know what, you might ask Crater. She actually spent some time in there with him, chatting around. I haven't seen her a couple of days, but definitely Crater probably knows her. She's got like an orange jacket she wears, and like blue pants, like some weird like linen pants. It's weird, but yeah, you can talk to Crater.
Yeah, is he? Can I speak to him right now? Is he available?
Just go around the side, and you'll see him at his work desk. He should be there.
His work desk. Oh, I would love to see the workspace of someone who does this kind of stuff. It's pretty good. Well, engineering, scientific, mad scientist level. I love it.
Yeah, he's brilliant. I don't know where it comes from, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, go talk to him. Sure.
Yeah, a Crater, you said, right?
Yeah, Paul, but he goes. Everyone just calls him Crater.
Okay, Paul. Yeah, I got a cousin named Paul. Name is Etienne, by the way, or Lapel.
Yeah. Etienne. I'm. They call me Hardwired. That's me.
Oh yeah, like the sign. I love the work you done on the sign. That's good stuff. It's like mashing together the plates and soldering and stuff.
Yeah, just some welding and some, fitting things together. It's as much an art as it is a science, isn't it?
Exactement. And he says, into pointing at him. All right, I'll go talk to Paul Crater.
All right. Have a good one.
Hey, merci. You too.
So yeah, you round the corner and you can see the doors open. There's an older orc. He's got like a crazy like cyber eye with a blue light kind of flashing from it, and he's kind of like just sizing up a bunch of disparate pieces out on a workbench.
Etienne is gonna stand there for a moment, looking at him, making sure he's not gonna disturb him in a very important moment. And when he's sure, he's just gonna knock on the side of the door. Talk, talk, talk. Monsieur Paul, Crater.
Yeah, that's me. Who are you?
Etienne. Your friend up front told me that should come and talk to you about Sam, a girl with a orange jacket and blue pants. My friends and I are looking for her, get in contact with her. And before we get to that, actually, I just want to say I'm a big fan of all the work you did with the stuff up front. It's great. I love it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was I'm a rocket scientist. So,
yeah, exactement what I said to the guy up front. That's yeah, love it.
It's I like working with my hands.
Me too. I'm that kind of guy. We can connect on that. But Sam, Samantha.
Yeah. She yeah, she's my friend.
Oh, she is.
Yeah. She helped me. She helps me with some of the stuff. Makes it faster to put the things together. I can see them. Yeah, I see how the things fit, and then since she's been here, it's like faster.
Intéressant. How does she make it faster?
I
like using the matrix to make plans and stuff.
I don't. I think she's just nice. I think something else is making it faster.
Magic, right? She.
No.
Huh.
No.
Anyway, it's not that part is not that your buddy said she hasn't been around in a few days. Does she usually come like every day and then she stops, or
she has to work now? She has to work. She's
where
she doesn't know anyone, so she needed to work for so she can get money and live. So
don't we all? But we could help her with that. So do you know how we could get in contact with her?
I don't know where she works, but she yesterday she visited me after her work.
Oh,
she's my
okay.
friend.
Why? Friend, ami. When does she usually come after work? Later in the day?
Well, she only been working for 2 days, and then last night she visited. So, maybe she'll come tonight, or maybe not. Maybe tomorrow.
Okay. Well, listen, Paul.
You could call me Crater.
Oh, okay.
Like yeah.
If you like that, I'm gonna call you a Crater, right? I'm saying it right.
Yeah, it's because when a rocket smashes in the ground, that's what it makes. And I'm a rocket scientist.
Yeah, comme un créateur. Yeah, comme creator. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
That's why it's pretty clever.
Okay. Listen, creator. Can I give you my com number? So if she comes and visit, you can just leave me a message, and I come to you, and so I can see her. I work with my ends too. I could use someone that can make it faster.
Okay. I have a comm link here.
Okay.
Holds it out to you.
Just without even touching it, Etienne is gonna swing his com code straight in there via AR. Like it's there. You got my my number there. It's under Etienne/Lapel. So you can call me when she come over, and I can come and visit her, and maybe we can all become friends. Paul, creator, you okay?
What's happening?
Crater just
he takes the com links and mimics putting in things in there and gives them back.
Yeah,
puts them back.
Oh,
okay. That was not the character. Fucking up.
I was like, oh wow.
Like,
there he is. He's trying to come back.
I'm better now. Yeah.
Anything I can do to help you, Kratar?
I heard like a beeping, and then everything was kind of quiet for a minute, but sometimes it happens.
Do you have like where in your head? And I see your eye. I got a friend that's good with like medicine stuff. Maybe she could.
No. It's okay.
Okay.
There was a thing. There was a thing.
Okay, there was a thing. Anyway, Crater, you have my you have my com number on your com link. If she comes around, just
when Sam comes, I'll give you a call, and we'll all be friends.
Exactly.
Right.
And what's she working on right now? And he's gonna look over and just dock shop with him for a minute.
I don't know yet, but maybe a potato gun. And we'll move over to Duryea going over to security. And inside you do see the guy. He's got the shock of red hair. Watching. Looks like he's got something that he's watching on a Trident, like an arrow in front of him. But then you once you're inside, you notice there's actually a few like screens that that look like they're connected like security in various in various spots. Go ahead and make a perception test. Pardon.
You're pardoned. Is that what you're supposed to say after it? Okay. No modifiers?
No modifiers, just straight up.
What? Can I re-roll? I have an edge.
Yeah, you can roll. You can use a point of edge to re-roll all your misses, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dice.
One.
Yeah.
I got one from someone in the chat. I don't remember the name, so let me find the name so I can say thank you.
Oh yeah, we got to put the names in when we're doing this.
No, it was on there. I just don't remember it because I'm getting up there. I don't remember. It says from chat. I don't see the name of the person who gave me the edge.
There was a +1 auto hit.
Was it not an edge? It was an auto hit.
I think
there is an edge from last week, so you can use that.
Okay, so I'll use that one. And then whoever gave me the auto hit today, thank you very much. You're awesome. But I'll use the edge from last week to re-roll these. So I just click the edge over, right?
No, don't click the edge over. Just hit the dice and hit 7.
Okay, hit the dice.
You only click the edge over if you're using the edge before you roll.
Pre-roll.
And then if you're using it after you, just click the dice.
Got you. Boom. What did that do?
So 3 hits. That's respectable.
3 hits.
All right.
Boom.
So you do notice that there's three screens that look like security, right?
Okay.
2 of them you can kind of tell where they are in this large area, but the third one looks like it's actually showing some sort of warehouse from one end, and you're just like seeing down this long warehouse, right? It doesn't look like the same building at all. You see a lot of people kind of moving around. There's just some tables and stuff, but it's definitely not in here.
It's not an underground casino, is it?
No, it's not a casino. It looks a little more nefarious than that, actually.
Okay. My mind always goes to underground casino. Sorry.
Yeah.
So then I tap the door, and I Rooster.
Yeah. What can I do you for?
Hi, I'm Kay, and Maddie sent me over here. Her and I were talking. Right. We were talking about getting a pop-up set up for me, and I had someone down here was looking for work named Sam, and I'm trying to contact her so that I can get her to help me with this pop-up, but I can't seem to get in contact with her. And she said that you might know where she is.
You talking about the short girl, black hair?
Yes, Sam. The orange jacket.
Yeah, the orange jacket. What I need you to do right now is make a deception test if you have the deception skill.
Deception?
Deception. Because you're
I have
a story
con.
like it's your
right. I have con.
That's what it is. Deception. Con. I'm sorry. There's like 500 different role-playing games I'm playing.
Yeah.
So it's going to be con. You're trying to trick him.
Boom. No modifiers.
No modifiers. He doesn't have any reason to believe or not believe you. So.
Boom.
All right. Yeah. So, Sam, she started coming around. I kind of kept an eye on her. She looked a little squirrely at first, but turns out harmless girl, really. She was looking for work though, and I know that Fluff had some. I know what he's. It's some people don't agree with what he does, but I mean, everyone's got to make a living, right? So she's actually look right there. She is, and he points to the third screen, and you look kind of over there, and kind of at one of the tables is the woman in the orange jacket.
Okay.
She looks like she's kind of just moving some. She's got like a bag of flour anyway that she's moving and kind of measuring stuff out, and she's right there. But we found her some work, and she seems to have taken to it. So that's kind of strange that she's your assistant, you said.
Sorry, one more time.
You said she's your assistant.
Well, I'm trying to start a pop-up or do a pop-up for my shop, and I know she was looking for work, and I wanted to get her to assist me.
Oh, okay. All right. She was looking for work. She's not already. Okay. That makes more sense. Yeah, I got it. So just I just probably talk to Fluff, and he'll probably be get you in there. No problem.
Okay. Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah. And then I'll drop him. I'll give him some cash too.
Oh,
throw a little money around.
I appreciate that. I really do. It's that,
and then I think to myself,
years, you know.
Sorry, go ahead.
He's like, I'm getting on in my years, you know, and every little bit counts.
And then I tap him on the shoulder and I say, "It sure does." And then I hand him some more because I'm a sweet guy.
All right.
Yeah. And then I walk out and I think to myself, man, that conversation I had about reputation is sure paying off.
There you go. So next, you see that everyone is kind of gathered out in front of the store next door, which is where Rooster had indicated you go.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's everybody. Everybody's gathering up.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hey, was anyone able to find anything out about our our girl?
Etienne seems pretty excited.
Well, I talked with the creator, the guy who works at the back of Hardwire. He says he knows her very well, and she usually comes to visit him after work. And he's gonna ping me when she visit him. Might not be today, but yeah, that's a very good start. He says they're friends, so that's
good work, Etienne.
Well,
let's see.
I can't say for sure that this is the girl that we're looking for, but I found the Sam that we came here for. I don't know if it's the Sam that we heard about, but I don't know if it's the same Sam that our client's looking for. But I know where she is.
Jacket, orange jacket.
Orange jacket, orange
pants.
Jacket, blue, orange short, black hair.
Yeah. Hey, wait. I heard the same description.
Oh, where is she?
Somebody named Fluff has access to some place that I don't see anywhere. I was at the security guard's table. I saw all these screens. I recognized most of the screens, but the screen he pointed to with her in it, I couldn't recognize it. So apparently we talked to Fluff wherever he is, and he'll get us access to that area.
I turn around from where I just was and look at the table. Is this chick just sitting there?
No. She's not there at all. Like his little thing is like it's a smallish area, so it's a storefront. So
yeah, so it's like whatever. He has access to this place, so I have to go. So I figured I'd go talk to him, but I mean, he pointed me in the direction of this shop right here, so I figured.
Fluff's a friend of mine.
Oh snap! You got it in.
Yeah. Wow, guys. Good work. All right.
So should we call our client first and tell them that we think we found her, or do we kidnap this woman?
Kidnapping.
Whoa!
She may want to come with us.
I can cast improved invisibility, and we'll just snatch her and then run.
Jesus! Etienne looks behind him. Is like, could you tone it down with the talking about casting magic in a public space? People.
I'm just not sure what kind of. I don't know what this was. I'm just trying to feel the room.
Well, let's wait on that. And I liked your first idea. Let's confirm that this is our girl. Okay.
Okay. I'm down with that too. I'm down with it both.
So, with that, we will confirm whether or not this is your girl, and if Fluff will give you access. But we're gonna do that next week.
Awesome.
So
Danny,
we have
that was perfectly timed.
Danny, real strong role play with your NPCs, like
all day.
Love it.
You were the star tonight.
That I just things. Yeah, no, that's.
I'm just glad I got to use.
Go ahead.
Good. He cut out.
I was gonna say, I'm just glad I got to use all that. Like, we worked in all this like con artist stuff about my character in our making of it, and I was like, when am I ever need to use that?
Yeah,
so
you did.
Get it back up.
That's how you do. That's how you do.
I had a lot of fun listening to you and Satchel go up to the Desolation Angels and try to talk to them.
You're right. Like, Satchel's character is no help.
Oh, that's me.
I mean, he's helpful, especially when it's time to like fight.
Yep.
That's the whole point. He is literally nothing. He doesn't want anybody to. He doesn't stand out or anything.
So, I get it. All right. Well, hey, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun for me to play all the different characters. I do. That's one of the great things about GMing that I really enjoy. Chat. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We really appreciate you guys being there. We're not supposed to like be monitoring chat so much during this particular stream, but I think we all are. Because,
a little bit.
You know, it's hard not to see what you guys are saying down there. But really appreciate everybody here. We will be back next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Don't forget, if you have time Thursday night, to check out Talk It Out with Duryea, and Day Gamer, DAYGAYMER, and also just the other stuff that they've got. I mean, it's really good stuff that they're talking about, and he tries to get a lot of different sort of perspectives on the topic, so it's not just a one-sided sort of discussion about something, but rather people kind of getting in and actually hashing certain things out in a safe environment, if you will. So I think that's really cool. And anything before we take off, Sarah?
Yeah, just don't forget to check out our Patreon for more content, including the character creation sessions with these guys. Don't forget to join our Discord. I just dropped the link in chat. Hang out with us during the week. We've got a group that's playing Among Us. So if you want to check that out and play with some friends, join us there. And then don't forget, pretty soon we're going to be streaming 5 days a week. So we're going to have, Friday is Legend of the Five Rings for samurai stuff. Saturday is Dungeons and Dragons. Mm-hmm. In November, we'll be starting Like Clockwork, which is Danny's original world that's set. We're going to be doing a D&D campaign with that, but set in that world. Monday is going to be Dress and Files starting October 26th, so that's 2 weeks away. And Tuesday is Shadowrun. So join us. Just hang out with us all the damn time.
All the damn time. And if you miss the show, you can always catch it on YouTube at 1.5 times speed, because I like that when I'm watching reruns of streams, just to kind of have that going on. But and subscribe there as well. Wherever you're at, right? We're supposed to also like say, hit the like, subscribe, bell button,
because if you do that, then whenever new stuff comes up, it'll alert the people. I found that out.
Yeah, so we're supposed to tell them.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
So with that,
goodbye.
Hi, everyone. It's Sarah, and I'm here to tell you today about Pure Alchemy soaps. So here I've got Neutral Evil. You can get a full assortment of alignments, and you can also customize to create your own character's scent. So it's a really great product. It is supporting small business and small nerdy business, especially in this rough time. So please check them out, Pure Alchemy soaps, and the link is right here. And thanks so much for your time, guys.